So PGL Copenhagen is happening, and we have got our coin. We have to try to get to our diamond coin. You have to get 10 points by doing so. So we're going to go through our picks. I'm going to let you know, I guess, what the best picks are in this opening stage. Reminder, we have to do the opening stage first. Then it's going to be the elimination stage, then the playoffs. Getting points in all of them is going to net us that diamond coin. So first, the one thing that we actually need to note is that when the past you played, if you put a team, I believe it was in 3-0, and they went 3-1 or 3-2, it still counts, or vice versa. But now, like, let's say I put Cloud9 in 3-0 and they go 3-1, I'm not getting a point for that. So let's take a look at this. We have obviously all the picks here: Cloud9, Ents, Furia, Heroic, Eternal Fire, Apex, Nine Pandas, Sol, Pain Gaming, Imperial, the Mongols, Amcal, Ecstatic, Koi, Legacy, and Lin Vision. I think we have to take a look at the bracket and also recognize who's going to be matching up against who. That's what makes this bracket so hard, and we have to get some points here. What's going to happen, by the way, these top 6 teams right here are making it. Like, this is pretty much a guarantee. Now we have to figure out who's going 3-0. And the problem with that is you're going to have teams face off against each other, and it's going to be hard to get those 3-0s. For example, Cloud9's probably going to play Furia in that 2-0 matchup, and Cloud9's going to take it. Now, I don't think Cloud9 is a great CS team. They have problems. They should have kept Shiro, probably. I'm wearing Cloud9 merch. I can talk bad about them. But they're good enough to make it 3-0 in the opening stage. I will not have them going far in the elimination unless they have an insane bracket or something. It's not going to be in their favor. But Furia is a great team. Furia will definitely make it as a 3-1 or 3-2. They're going to be awesome. I mean, they're the ones that put out Team Liquid. They're going to show up, probably lose to Cloud9, but still make it. Next, we have to talk about that Ents Heroic matchup. Those two teams are going to go 2-0. Who's the better team? I definitely think both are making it, and I might be a little I might be a little biased, but it's always easy for Ents. I don't see a world in which Ents are going to lose to Heroic, at least not in the opening stage. And Heroic's a great team. I've got Ents beating Heroic. I do think, again, like I said, Heroic's great. They'll make it. Do I think it's going to be a 3-0? Not really. They have looked a little shaky. I think they'll drop a series, and that's fine, as long as they make it to that elimination stage. I already told you these other teams are making it. Eternal Fire, Apex is making it. And then here's where it gets a little hard. We've got the top 6 teams pretty much in, but now we have those bottom like 10 teams that need to get 2 of them going into advancing. And then we're also going to have to choose teams that go 0-3. Now, we need to discuss this Sol team. They're playing the best CS that they've played in a long time. They look fantastic, but the matchups are going to be challenging. Like, I think they're going to match up hard into like 9 Pandas here, or even Imperial. Imperial is also playing pretty decent. They're a decent team. Both these teams probably have a chance of making it. But I'm only saying that because I think there's only one spot left in that top 6, or in that 3-1, 3-2, 6. And I think it's going to Mongols. I don't think they're talked about enough. I think they've been playing well. They have a solid team and cohesion. They're good enough to make it. Again, that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to get through the opening stage, picking teams that are making it and trying to guess their records. So I think there's one spot left, and it's between Sol and Imperial. This one is kind of a toss-up. I think you can literally choose either one you want. Me personally, I think Sol is probably the better team. Probably the better team. They're just playing the better CS. It looks like they really have a chance to at least make it out of that opening stage. Again, probably don't have them going too far in the elimination bracket, but it is what it is, right? They're just trying to make it to that elimination stage. But now we have the really hard decision of who's going 0-3. Do I think Imperial's going 0-3? No, definitely not. I don't think Pain is. I don't think Nine Pandas is. I don't think Ecstatic is. I think when we're looking at those bottom 4 teams, the ones who are going to be battling to not go 0-3, we're looking at Amcol, we're looking at Lin, we're looking at Legacy, and we're looking at Koi. And I think the matchup that I have when you look at the Swiss bracket, it's probably going to end up being Amcol versus Koi and Legacy versus Lin. Which, by the way, that's the one thing I don't like about this bracket. I kind of wish you could fill this in. I want to fill in these brackets so that I can see what the matchups are going to be, maybe in the future. But right now, it's looking like it's going to be either Amcal versus Koi for one of these spots, and Legacy versus Lin for one of them. Now, this is where it becomes a toss-up. I do truly think that Koi is the worst team out of these two. I've got Koi going 0-3. Unfortunate for them. I like their org. I think they have, some talent, and obviously kudos to them for making PGL Copenhagen. Do I think they're making it out of the opening stage? No. No matter what, they're not making it out of the opening stage. But 0-3 seems kind of like what they're going to do. For Legacy and Lin, again, this is hard. I personally have thought about this, and I think that Lin is not going to show up on stage. Now, I mean, it could just as easily be Legacy, and that's what, again, like we said, makes this challenging. I don't think that Lin is good enough to make it out of that 0-3. I just see their matchups being too challenging. I think they start off this. Who do they start off playing against? Lin starts off playing Heroic. They're going to drop that. Like, Heroic looks good, and it's going to put them in just this downward spiral that they're not going to be able to recover out of. So personally for me, I think these two are pretty easy just because it's going to be C9 versus Furia and then Ents versus Heroic, both at 2-0. I've got C9 and Ents making it out at 3-0. Furia, Heroic, Eternal Fire, Apex, Mongols, and Sol making it out 3-1, 3-2. Again, I think you could take Sol here or you can take Imperial. Sol's my choice. They're playing better CS right now. If you go look at their Liquipedia, they're doing well. For the 0-3s, you're choosing between Amcol, Koi, Legacy, and Lin. Take your poison. Pick your poison. I've got Koi and Lin. 0-3. That gives us some points. Let's just pray. We're trying to get to that. We're trying to get to that diamond coin, and I think we've got it. I think this is the bracket that gets it.